Hello, YouTube, and welcome to part 8, God of War Valhalla, with a therapist. It's been lovely to play through this and bring you along with me. Thanks for making it through part 7. Thanks for caring about my analysis in any kind of way. Thanks for putting up with how often I pause the game. It's been a wild ride. I'm looking forward to more. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below, follow the links in the description, all that fun stuff. I love reading the comments. So, see what we got. Maybe we'll make it to tier. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Let's find out. Vengeance. I also want to hear the end of the key for the fisherman. I don't know that we heard the end of it yet. I know we got all 3 parts. These guys look like Groot. Oh, I should have bought more keys. I run through there every time. I'm beginning to think I don't need to. Ooh, look at that. We get a chance time immediately. Okay. Glad that person just stood there and looked at me for a little while. Where's the third one? They've tended to be closer and easier to hit than... There we go. Perfect. What do we got? A drop near crest.
Still got it.
Yeah. Never left. Undefeated, never lost. Beauty. Yeah, the spear has grown on me quite a bit. I mean, I liked it when I first got it, but Valhalla has really secured my enjoyment of it.
Mimir, can you hear me? Has my voice broken through?
Sigrun? Yes! Hello! How are you talking to... How long have you been able
I
to
haven't
hear?
been listening to you. There's just something I needed to tell you. Valhalla is displeased with me. It wishes a penance of sorts. Trials to reforge my loyalty. I haven't decided what to do, but I hoped we could talk about it.
Aye, let's do. Next time we die, or Kratos gets a headache.
Oh, so Valhalla's not happy with her bailing us out. I appreciate the way that she approached Mimir about that. So love how she's like, I haven't been listening to you.
Something's lost, but something's gained here.
Well, that was worth it.
A little boost this time around, maybe.
Business time. Boss door down there. Maybe there's enough jars here for me to get to 300. Ah, 10 more. 10 more. Any more pottery?
Left flank! Above you, brother!
Oh, so. Okay. Through the door.
thinking of taking on a burden.
Shards of the Valkyrie. For stunning blast. Those don't seem too bad. Oh, you know what? Since I haven't really had anything to analyze, there's something I've thought about in terms of this whole process for Kratos and an analog to something that can kind of happen in real life, which is that one of the cool things that can happen when, in this case, Kratos is engaging with Valhalla, and in real life, if you're engaging, say, with therapy or a meaningful relationship or whatever, is Valhalla in this case doesn't actually have to do anything intentional in order to get Kratos to continue to do the work that he needs to do relative to Valhalla. And what I mean by that is that being immersed in this context means that Kratos is already primed to consider the level of insight that a particular engagement in Valhalla is trying to offer him. So, to give a really dumb example, let's say that he walks into a room and there are more pots there than usual, and he breaks the pots and feels a particular type of way about the fact that he got to do that. He might be more likely to ask himself where the satisfaction of breaking the pots comes from and how that might relate to things that have gone on in his life and the things that he's processing in a way that he wouldn't have otherwise done because he's not immersed in that particular context. And that's one of the benefits sometimes to just going to therapy, is even when you're not seeing your therapist for the hour a week that you see them, you're in a different headspace in general. And so you might find yourself doing some extra work or thinking through things in a particular way or seeing different meaning in different events that happen just by virtue of the fact that you're primed to look in that direction. So that's one of the cool things about starting work on yourself or doing some of this reflective stuff like Kratos is doing, because he doesn't even necessarily have to have something specifically come at him as an intervention from Valhalla to get something out of it, because he's constantly reflecting on what everything means and how it all might be connected in the first place, and might be generating some of his own ideas that aren't even related to Valhalla as the result of that, which is really cool. So just sort of something to consider about this process. Even though there's not anything explicitly, I'm thinking about it as there's not anything explicitly for me to necessarily analyze at this specific point in time, but Kratos could still be processing things while he's going through this. I don't want to do the boss door yet, so let's go in here. Oh shit.
Love you, brother!
God damn it. You. I don't like you. Cool. There we go. All right, come on.
Find you!
Oh, hi. There you are.
There's the one Valhalla's marked.
Oh, shit.
That's the one you needed.
Thanks for the sub, Pete. Yeah, buddy.
Right then, time to ascend to the next area if you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Use a shield strike, brother!
Oh, shit. Whoa, man, those come fast. Ah, dude, I get better at dodging those.
shield strike, brother!
What? I did! Oh. The Light Elf Guardian of the Temple of Light returned from my memory. Her swordsmanship and command of her form still proved as challenging as the first time we fought. I do not regret killing her when she attacked us, but with the Light Elves and Dark Elves as allies in Ragnarok, I do wonder what part she could have played that day, and if other lives could have been saved due to her presence in the battlefield. Ooh, yeah. She did. Oh. Oh, that was a hard choice, but... Do you think Kratos and Freya could have a romantic relationship, or would Freya rule it out considering what happened to her son? Such a relationship would probably be unthinkable in real life. I mean, that would be for them to determine, but there's been absolutely zero indication from either of them that that would ever be a thing that they would pursue. I mean, you'd have to ask them, but I think when people put them in a relationship, it's because they're just seeing that there's a degree of intimacy, and because it's heterosexual in nature, they just assume that they should be in a relationship, and I don't see it. There's been no contextual information to suggest that that would ever be something they'd be interested in, so you'd have to ask them, but you want my opinion? Nah. That's for them to decide, not us.
Brother, you've told me many times of mortals you killed when in the god's service. What is it about this boat captain?
It would have cost me nothing to show him mercy. His life was in my hands. To be so casually cruel, This man did nothing to me, and I treated his life as nothing. He was not a god who had manipulated me nor bound me in service. I cannot hide behind my thirst for revenge. He was just a man afraid for his life, attacked and swallowed by a monster he had no hope of defeating. But the Hydra was just an animal. I showed him what a true monster looked like.
What a cool moment. I'm actually not going to focus too much on what happened with the boat captain. Like, that's not really the important part here. That's over. That's done. That's long in the past. There's absolutely nothing anybody can do to change or rectify that at all. Part that I think is important to focus on is the fact that Kratos has reflected on that moment differently because of his increased capacity for empathy. I realize I sound a bit like a broken record on this with some of the analysis that I've given throughout this playthrough, but it's really a huge theme, which is that Kratos has developed and arrived to a point where he looks at things and sees the humanity in them, not just the objects. At the time that he killed the boat captain, he saw the boat captain as an object, which really speaks to the power of objectification. When we objectify people, we are willing to do and say and perpetuate horrible things because we don't see them as people, and thus we don't engage empathy. So it's why we use labels throughout history of certain groups of people we don't like, and why certain people can do certain things to others. It's why you're more likely to yell and scream and have road rage against somebody that you don't know, who you've never met, versus if you know that the person in front of you is your aunt who you love. You're willing to give more flexibility, more thought, more kindness, more compassion, more empathy to people that you perceive as intimate or that you know better. So at the time that he killed the boat captain, he saw him as an object. He didn't see him as a person. He saw him as a means to an end, and probably got wrapped up in the emotion of the entire thing and just did something without thinking about it. Now that he is in a position where he's thoughtful about the ways in which he engages with the world, he in hindsight can reflect on that moment and say what he just said, which is that that was a totally meaningless act of violence. And that it really didn't have a good reason to happen. And he's vulnerable in his expression of that, because it means that, like, yeah, you've got to reckon with something you did in the past that you don't agree with. We all have to do that. We all have things that we've done in the past that we wish we did differently, because we have the benefit of our hindsight and development in order to look at it differently. So we have to find compassion for ourselves in that. Kratos has been looking at himself as, I'm a monster for that kind of thing. But just because he showed that man a monster and ended his life doesn't mean that he has to continue to be a monster. It doesn't mean that he has to keep living out that narrative. It means that the next time he's in a position where there's somebody who's helpless and has the option to be needlessly cruel, he doesn't have to engage that. He could do something differently because of that moment, because he filed it away and learned from it and is in a different place now. And that's really what we would want to help Kratos understand, is that his willingness to engage with that and think through it and share it with Mimir, it's not about the story. It's about the man who's sharing it now. So it's whether he is judgmental or compassionate toward himself is not going to bring that guy back. He's never going to bring the boat captain back to life. You're never going to change the things that happened in your past. But you could choose. So if you're going to choose, you might as well be compassionate toward yourself. You might as well lend yourself an empathic hand. So you know what? I know why I did that. I understand where my motivations were at that time. And I'm going to make sure that in the future, I'm not driven by those same motivations. I don't make that same choice. It's an important lesson for all of us in that. And Kratos is going to need a whole heaping load of examples of himself going through something empathically and making those alternative decisions before it starts to be something that he sees as part of who he is. And that's really a big piece of what he went through in Ragnarok, how he's handling Atreus, how he's handling Valhalla. Like, you don't just automatically shed all this stuff because you want to. It takes a significant amount of work. It takes some alternative data. This isn't an easy thing to work through. I don't think it matters, Dante. We'd want him to label it. I wouldn't want to label it for him.
It may be just for this try, but a little assist would be nice.
Alright, we're in a lot better position now. We were on the last one, so let's go make it happen. It's gonna be, man, fighting Tyr's is gonna be a real trip. That fight is tough.
Helios has returned.
Hello, Helios.
Watching you think? What a thrill.
All right, let's go.
Strike with your shield, damn it!
Damn it.
From behind, incoming!
Oh, shit. I didn't realize this guy was still alive. Holy shit.
Look at you. Killed the right foe and everything. There's the one you have to get. Incoming dive. Mind the tail, you imbecile!
Let's go. I want it.
Break the tether, quickly! Orb! Wrong weapon, man! Left side, butcher. Incoming, back here. Only one left alive. mindless brute.
Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Ah, that was so close.
Getting a choice regarding your fate must be nice.
All right. Anything good here?
Don't let him club us! Right side, incoming!
Shit. All right, let's go. Ah!
And they're all dead. Kratos was here.
God, I hate these things.
Incoming dive!
God, these might be my least favorite enemy. God.
Army is that?
No one.
What?
I think you've met Valhalla's bloodshed quota.
All right. Let's go get a little bit of health, and I'm gonna try to fight Tyr. All right. So you have somebody in our life that treats us the way Helios treats Kratos. How might we handle it? Disengage. Like remove yourself from scenarios where you have to engage with them. If you can't do that, tell them how you experience them. If that puts you at risk, then, and you just absolutely can't get away from that person at all, then
Please,
you have to
take
do your own
sweet time.
internal mental work to not take it personally. Realize that it's an issue with them, not with you. All right.
Welcome back, Kratos. Be ready.
Oh, great.
Having fun yet? Exquisite rays.
Oh my god. Fuck!
Defend yourself.
Behind you, watch out!
Arms up! Under all your skills, primal instinct.
Behind you, look out!
Trust your instincts, Kratos. Tell me, Kratos, truly, how did it feel to plunge your homeland into darkness?
I did not intend the land to suffer, but I was indifferent, consumed only by rage and retribution.
That is not what I asked. How did it feel?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that's not what he asked him.
Given over to darkness, bringing a darkness over everything you can see.
It felt true.
Darkness come! Your curse!
Get out of the darkness, brother!
Be ready! It's terrifying when you do that, truly!
God damn it, dude! I thought I fucking hit that.
Darkness come! Your curse!
Here, brother, I'm light!
Dude, this is crazy.
Arms up!
God!
Darkness come! Your curse!
Brother, get to the light!
Nearly there, Kratos.
God, dude. Holy crap. Didn't know that, didn't realize that it was gonna get dark
This
like
would be a
that.
good opportunity to bargain our way to some personal enhancements.
Indeed. It was not bad. It was a hell of a lot better than the last time we did that fight, so. Still not as hard as that Valkyrie fight in the first one. In 2018, that final Valkyrie fight, holy crap.
Great progress, but always more to be done.
Do you feel more complete than when you started?
Okay.
How can you resist investing in yourself?
Oh, amen, brother. All right.
You must admire Tyr's skill after so long in captivity. But don't hold back.
Oh, I wouldn't dare.
Sigrun, what's this about Valhalla questioning your loyalty? I thought everything was all right.
It is. For you are alive, and I am no longer in pain. But my transgression was not without consequences. Valhalla has penalized me. I could not enter now if I wanted to. In fact, I am not sure if it will welcome me in death.
What? That can't be right. No one's more worthy of Valhalla than you. You can't have sacrificed that for my sake. It's not fair.
There's no blame to place here. When you do what you know is right in your heart, the results are not always what you hope for. That doesn't mean it was the wrong decision. Now please, we've kept Kratos long enough from his journey. I insist. Go. We'll talk more.
Dude, that is so important. That is a lesson that everybody needs to learn. Every single person needs to learn. It's the inverse version of when I talk about how you can't use hindsight to judge yourself for the decisions you made in your past. She's basically, Sigrun has done the work to integrate that into her understanding of how she lives her life. Just because your intentions are good doesn't mean the impact will be. Doesn't mean that you'll get consequences that are ideal. Like, that's life, man. That's one of the things that kicks you in the nuts when you get older. As you realize that you could be well-intentioned, you could do your best, you could put a shitload of effort into something, and you are not guaranteed to have an outcome that you want. And that means that you shift your focus less on the potential consequences of what it is that you do, although it is important to think about those things, but to think about, am I making the best decision I can make that's in line with my values, with the information and actual data that's at hand for me at this point in time? Am I doing my best right now? Am I taking into consideration all the things that I know, not just my perceptions and anxieties and worries and all this stuff? It's so important. And the thing is that builds integrity, so that Sigrun could see that there's a consequence she didn't like on something that she did and can still say, I still would have made that decision. It was the right decision for me to make at that point in time. So that's a really calming, empowered way to live when you focus on what you can control in the here and now. So why it's such a waste of time to try to manipulate things that you did in the past. It's why you should reach into the past with compassion and then focus on what you do now. Absolutely beautiful example of that from Sigrun. And any of us can follow that at any point in time. You don't have to wait for life to kick you in the balls in order for you to actually adhere to that. Good for her, man. That's good shit. You don't always get what you want, no matter how well-intentioned you may be. what do we have here? Flute.
A flute? Oh, will you play a song, brother?
It was my daughter's. But I will tell you of it later.
Valhalla has manifested another object from my past, a flute played by my daughter. It has much meaning beyond its sentimental value. Oh boy. All right.
The more that Valhalla makes me revisit my misadventures with Oberon, the more like a dream it all seems. Which is ironic. Back then in my youth, I could hardly bear to sleep. Then, with time, I came to value a proper night's rest. In captivity, it was nearly the only escape I knew. And then the need to sleep went away completely. And I don't miss the time lost, but damn it, brother, I do miss dreaming. The mind comes to terms with itself in ways only possible with your waking judgment out of the way. Our hidden desires, our anxieties, like a bifrost window to what's going on in your soul.
And Valhalla does the same.
Aye. And I don't think I realized how much I needed it.
It's not entirely true about dreams. We don't really understand dreams that well. A lot of people like to make different levels of meaning out of it and say that it means certain things and whatnot. It really comes down to what you subscribe to.
Strike, brother!
Okay, there we go. Alcove of offering.
Not afraid of a little give and take, I see.
At least they're decent chests. Alright, we'll get those back. Hey, look at that. See? Boop.
Mimir, I've been thinking a lot about the costs and risks of what Valhalla would put me through to affirm my loyalty. It's enough to make me question not my love of this place, but is it really what's most important to me? If I can't answer that, then perhaps I am not ready for such a decision.
Then you should take all the time you need. Absolutely. If Valhalla isn't what you truly need, then you have a rare opportunity to reassess your priorities.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, and you better open your ass up, so to speak, to the idea that you may be her priority, dog. Everybody's going through it. Everybody's going through it in this.
A little edge for this attempt, perhaps.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people go through their lives thinking that they are prioritizing things that are priorities for them that aren't actually priorities for them. They're just things that you've been told are important. And it can be quite the reckoning when you realize that. And you actually dig deep and ask yourself, wait a second, what do I care about? Do I care about these things because I've been told I'm supposed to care about them? Or do I care about them because I actually care about them? Do I put a lot of stock into Valentine's Day because I've just been told that that's what you're supposed to do? Or because I actually believe in the spirit of Saint Valentine and whatever it is that was offered? Like, that's kind of a stupid example, but there are real examples of this that people have to go through. Or people will go decades through their life and then realize that they've been doing something or chasing something or prioritizing something because that's what they thought they were supposed to do, not because they critically thought about whether that was what they actually wanted to do. And boy, is that a thing you want to find sooner than later. Biggest example, most important example is people having children. So many people have children because they think that's just what they're supposed to do, and don't actually think about whether that's something that they actually want and are prepared for. So I got weapons on it. Dude. It could have been worse, but it definitely could have been better. I forgot the shield poison thing. Whoops. Gotta pay attention, man. Gotta pay attention.
My lord, I had a thought. What you said to me, that you didn't think you could give me what I needed.
Aye.
I'd been trying to figure out why you'd say such a thing. I know you don't say things without a reason, even if you don't know what it is at first. But I think I figured it out. It's not that there is anything lacking in you. It's that in the end, nobody can give me everything I need to be happy. Not even Valhalla. That's something I have to give myself. And to do that...
You need to find yourself. It's true.
Don't cut her off.
And we're saying that's what I meant all along? Well, clever, huh?
Let her finish her thought, dude. Yes. An important lesson to us all. Again, if you put all your chips in one basket, you are not going to have a good time. That includes our intimate relationships. You should diversify where you get your life satisfaction from. You load it all into your intimate partner, or all into your children, or all into your job, you run the risk of living and dying by their level of engagement in you. And nobody's as invested in you as you are, nor should they be. So when Sigrun has this realization that Mimir can't give her everything that would make her happy, Valhalla can't give her everything that would make her happy, etc., she's right. You need all of those things. You want to engage in as many things as you possibly can that bring you joy, fulfillment, purpose, etc. Which is why it's so important in intimate relationships to have the flexibility to hang out with friends, do things on your own or with other people. You don't have to share everything in those relationships. In fact, it's generally not healthy if you do. You want to diversify where you get this stuff from. And that's why when folks have this really singular one-track mind on, I want this specific thing, and I'm loading all of my self-worth and esteem into that thing, it backfires at some point. And it sucks when it does, and it's a hard lesson to learn when it does. But it's something all of us learn at some point. So glad Sigrun's having a chance to hear that. And honestly, good for Mimir hearing that he can't be the sole thing that makes her happy. And that's fine. That's not the purpose of being in a relationship with him.
I think it's worth the price it exacts, brother.
God damn it. Doesn't matter, 'cause you can't afford it. Maybe I'll have more next time I come around.
I see we're thinking of taking on a burden.
brother! Another one! Left side! Big ball of light coming your way! Ah, the burden is lifted. Let's make it worthwhile.
All right. Guess we're going to the boss.
Valhalla's got a bounty on that one.
What? God.
Behind you! Incoming!
We need to get out of here. What are you doing? Why are you slamming your fucking shield, dude? God, that was
That's the one you
annoying.
needed.
Oh. He doesn't normally work me up like that. I hate. He's like sitting there holding his shield up and just gets absolutely wrecked. Spear attacks against burning and frosted enemies deal bonus damage. Oh, God.
Good. The route to the higher area ought to be open now.
Ugh. This is fine. Braton, we first encountered this creature in the jungles of Alfheim. Freya spoke gravely of the many veneer lives claimed by the beast. Indeed, he was not to be underestimated. It took our combined efforts to subdue him. Perhaps that alone explains why his memory would linger. Turn Mirror's discomfort into a Bifrost Blast. Sword unleashes its power from the souls within. Alright.
The flute you found. You said it belonged to your daughter.
I carved it for her as a gift. She enjoyed playing and was skilled with it. It was a song she would play. One I used to remember every note of. But no longer.
Brother, if you mean to recount the story of the day you were tricked into killing your wife and daughter, you don't have to. You've told that story before. We know how it ends. You needn't relive it. That's not the story her flute brings to mind, is it?
No.
Correct, Mimir. Dude, Mimir... Y'all know, you watch Ragnarok. Mimir drives me nuts sometimes. Just because you're smart doesn't mean you have to talk all the time. Shut up and listen, dude. Let Kratos go where he's going to go. Nobody's going to be impressed by your ability to anticipate what they're trying to say. Nobody likes a sentence finisher. Let it go. Let Kratos arrive where he's going to go. One of the most important skills any therapist learns is to shut up. Like, you get more information from people, you get a better understanding of them, you figure out where they're going when you don't try to finish their sentences, when you don't try to draw conclusions, when you just be quiet and listen to where they're going and ask curiosity-based questions when the opportunity arises. Nobody cares if you can finish their sentences. A lot of people believe that that's a way to show that you understand people and that you're empathizing with them, because if you finish their sentences, it means you get it. It's mostly just annoying, and it doesn't really show anybody anything other than you're not listening and you're just waiting for your chance to respond and show how smart you are. That's not what you want to bring to an interaction.
shield, damn it! If you could kindly not get frozen. That was the one. It must please you to please Valhalla.
God damn it.
Incoming dive. Mind the tail, you imbecile!
God damn. Okay. Come on. Oh my God.
Right side, you bastard! You blind behind you! Single one out for you there. Orb! It's in the ground! From behind, incoming! Behind you, idiot! Watch your right!
Oh, bullshit!
Right side, siphon attack! Untether yourself, man!
Yeah! Let's go. Oh. Holy crap.
Watch from underneath! That's all the killing you need to proceed. Any further murder is purely at your discretion.
Oh. Oh, baby.
Only getting harder as you delay, Kratos.
Oh.
Another weapon, idiot!
All right.
You'd better hurry. Enemies will only get tougher the longer you take here.
Oh, I know. Thanks, pal. You're so helpful.
Yes, yes, pick something and let's go.
Lift tablet full. No. How do I? No. No. Okay, I can destroy it. All right. All right. We will fight Tyr in part 9. Sorry, friends. I gotta go. It'll make for a hell of a start because we are stacked right now. I appreciate the hell out of your willingness to follow through these playthroughs and to care about what I have to say about what's happening in the game. This will make for a... We're going to come in real hot on part 9. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, follow the links down below, all that fun stuff. I'd love to see you come hang out with us live sometime. It would be fantastic. If you are waiting for the next episode to come out, we'll get it out as soon as we can. If we're binging, I'll see you over in part 9 where we're going to fight Tyr. We'll see if I can take him down. Appreciate you. You matter. See you in the next one.